Hello and welcome to Pratt's Workshop. Today I'm doing a bit of an update, but not on a full shop. Just on a new tool that I've recently purchased and fixed up a little. So, here we go. What we have here is probably about, I'd say an 80s, 90s Delta XL10 10-inch contractor saw. And it's not perfect, but pretty darn close. So it does have a main cast iron top, which was, when I bought it, it was filled with surface rust, and it still does have a little, but I am continuing to work on that. And it did come with 3 stamped steel side extensions, and I have another older saw that I'm fixing up currently that has cast iron extension wing, so I put it on here. As well as I have a nice, it's about 6 feet long, it's a Beesmeyer's T-square fence, which on this side of the blade, I have 38 and a quarter inches and about 18 here. So now let's bring you to the base that I made for it. So now let's talk about the base that I have. It's on 4 3-inch casters, maybe 2.5, I'm not fully sure. A standard 2x4 build around it, and then some 2x6s on hinges that are holding the casters, and a very simple mechanism to bring them up. If I step on the big paddle, if I could actually get it to go down far enough. There we go. It locks in. And now I can move it. Now mind you, my driveway is not very level, so it doesn't move very well. But now, in order to unlock it, step on, let go, and now there's no moving it. Unlike the old skill model that I had, this saw does have not only metal, well actually these hand wheels aren't original, they're from the other saw, but this actually uses a hand wheel to tilt the blade as well as raise the blade, where the old skill model only had a hand wheel to raise the blade. Small upgrade I made on this saw was the fence. Now if you haven't seen a T-square fence, it works very simply by just sliding across and locking to the front bar, like with a big cam lock. Unlike a cheaper saw where it locks to the back, it does not at all. If you look under here, just straight on the front, and they're super simple to align. It's just 2 Allen keys right here. That's it. And this little green scrubby pad is just to make sure it slides a little nicer and quieter as well, without damaging any of the wings or anything. I also will be adding a shelf in here that I could put a small box for dust collection, as per the bottom is completely open and full access to the blade. When I said the saw isn't perfect, I did mean it. There is only one real thing that I have or 2 things actually. This insert, it's only about 1/8 of an inch thick, and I can't go and make my own. I'd have to buy a store-bought one, which doesn't faze me at all. It's just a little extra money that I have to pay. And also, the blade only comes up. I will be replacing this blade within next week or so. I just have to go out and get it. And my main problem with this is, yes, it's unplugged, but it only goes up 2 inches, 2 3/8 of an inch. That sucks, given the fact that any standard one goes up to 3 1/8, and on the rigid portable saw it goes up to 3 1/2, which I was kind of liking. Now, am I complaining about this at all? No, that doesn't faze me one bit. I can always do a second pass on the other side of a piece of wood if it's a through pass. Now, no, I bought this saw and actually an older Delta miter saw, which I'm taking out to my cabin because I already have a nicer one here. I got that for $100. I also bought a drill press that's I believe a 14-inch, and it's a 16 speed, and it's got a 5/8 chuck. It's got a little bit of play, which I'm working on. Now, I got that for $75. It's regular like $320 or something like that. Now, where I got this, this saw came with the original fence. I've obviously upgraded it. This cast iron wing and this fence came off another saw, which I'll just go into the garage and show you. Now, this saw and this planer in the back here, Tucker, shut up. This saw and the planer there, the planer is a Foley 344. If anyone could find a manual or anything, I've spent hours searching. I can't find any. That's a 12.5-inch planer with a 5-horse motor. That's pretty crazy, and I don't have the power to run it yet. Otherwise, I just need to get belts, clean it up a little, and actually put it together. It would work theoretically. I just don't have the power yet. But I got this and that, as well as an aluminum awning, for free. My aunt was, one of her co-workers said, okay, I've got these tools that I'm getting rid of. And my aunt said, my nephew's woodworker, so she said, I'll tell him and he'll come look at him. Came look at him. Yeah, it's a good deal. For free, all we had to do was haul it away. This saw, which had the big fence, cast iron wing, and it is a Rockwell Beaver 10-inch tilting arbor saw. Nice saw, working on, and it was missing the throat plate, which is fine, and the motor mount. I'm working on getting those so I can use this as my primary saw. And I'm drawing a blank here, so yeah. Now, if I were to take this off, which I'll do, I'll be able to show you what I meant by it's only like an 1/8 thick. Not very thick. It was really badly bent, but I did flatten it. But there's really no room here to even put my own homemade one in. And crank up the blade. I'll move the camera and show you. You'll be able to see it. Now, hopefully you can see under there what I'm trying to show you. I'll use the push stick to give you almost like a background. Right here, I can actually get about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch dado stack in here. I haven't measured yet, but I probably won't be getting one of those anytime soon. I do have the chip breakers for a 6-inch set, but I don't have the actual outside blades. So without those, it's kind of useless. And I may try to get the blades for that, because it'll be a lot cheaper than buying a new like Freud 8-inch one, which is worth about $150. Yeah, about $150. And quite frankly, I don't have the money to spend on that. I will be getting a Freud blade on this, though, one of those nice 50-tooth combination blades. But until then, I have a dull old Delta blade. Now, I really hope the wind hasn't screwed up all this video, because that kind of sucks. But this does have a nice like little circuit breaker within, so it's most likely not going to trip my main panel in the garage. I would like to get a nice big paddle switch, but for the meantime, the little flick on, flick off switch will work. And it does have a lock in it. So, in the meantime, it'll do. Now, given the fact that my driveway is uneven, it's not very easy to actually maneuver this thing as per it only brings up the table saw about 1/4 of an inch, maybe even less. So I'll try to get this into the garage and catch it on video very decently at least.